Welcome back everybody, welcome back to another episode of Football Roundup. We are glad to have you here. Before we get into the video, please to go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now if you are not a part of the Football Roundup family. And we don't even get further into the video for you to, of course, like this video. But before we get into the football talk, let me just say this. Let me come up into the camera and say this. Manchester is red. Marcel, what a color?
Blue.
Red. Manchester is red. Alright, so back to everything. So of course today we'll be talking about the Manchester Derby. It was an exciting weekend of football and we witnessed the Manchester Derby. It was the 189th competitive meeting between the two teams, and on this occasion Manchester United came up with the win, and as I said earlier, Manchester is red.
Make it easy now. One win, bro. Make it easy now. So.
You remember when Thanos did when
Regular thing for beating
that moment they win.
So I'm joined by the regular persons, Tavin and Michelle, and you don't know that I am Damoy. So we're going to get into football discussion now. So as I said, we'll be talking about the Manchester Derby, and the game finished 2-1 courtesy of goals from Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford in the 78th and 82nd minute respectively. This now puts Manchester United on 38 points and heats up the title race. As Marshall said, the referee was instrumental in this game.
Manchester United's victory. Say it. I'm not even talking about, brother. It was very instrumental
of course,
in Manchester United's victory.
There were some controversial calls.
No controversy.
Fouls not given, fouls given, offsides not given, and penalties and all of those things. So we're going to get into the thick of things, but it was a glorious day for United, but a glum day for City, as this put a dent in their title hopes, and they sit now on 35 points. They were probably hoping to get a point or all 3 points in this game to heat up the pressure on Arsenal, but unfortunately that did not happen. But Marshall is very upset because this now means back-to-back losses for Manchester City. Knocked out of the EFL Cup earlier in the week by Southampton, and now you lose the Manchester Derby. So we're going to start off with you, Marshall. We're not going to talk about the controversial goal just yet, but what could City have done differently to ensure a better outcome outside of the controversial goal?
Differently today?
Yeah, today in this match.
Right. But that's hurt, to be honest. I'm hurt, bro. City today, poor. Bernardo Silva, a man that is normally instrumental when we go to Man U. See, anytime we play Manchester United, Bernardo Silva steps up in his game. Poor. João Cancelo today, poor. Man, I'm missing Ruben Diaz, bro. I understand why he started Akinji and Ake because of the speed. You know that Manchester United have a lot of fast-playing players. So I understand those two centre-backs starting, but I miss Ruben Diaz, man. And, bro, today, Man City was just so poor. And I'm not going to take anything away from Manchester United. They were a completely different team today. But Manchester City was just poor. De Bruyne, I don't understand. Well, by Haaland, right? I understand that he's a great striker. You're on a cross ball. Haaland is not a typical striker to score with his head, right? I don't understand why we did not have aerial passes. It was just, to be honest, bro, it don't make no sense to me. I just don't understand what them could have done differently today. I'm gonna tell you what probably could have done differently. Subs. I don't understand. When we play Chelsea in the FA Cup, I think it was FA Cup. We played Chelsea in the FA Cup. Then ESPN put out something about, look at City's bench, best bench in the world. I'm like, one sub? Come on. Come on. Come on. If you see that Bernardo Silva is playing terrible, take him off. Gundogan is there. Come on. Cancelo again. I better would start Rico Lewis. To be honest, a serious thing, man, tell you. I better would start Rico Lewis for this match.
I think you're getting a bit carried away.
No, bro.
Him hurt.
No. Yo, it was just a terrible game, and I'm very disappointed in Man City. Very disappointed.
All right, so let's get to the big question that you have been wanting to discuss from the match. Should Bruno Fernandes' goal have been ruled out for offside?
Of course. There is no question. We cannot continue to be reprimanded because of poor refereeing decisions. I don't understand. This is the most watched league in the world, and we have poor referee decisions like this. You can't tell me say that goal should have been given. If we are real analysts,
No, I said.
you can't tell me say that goal should have been given.
Manchester United, man. Let us hear from you.
From its score, I said that goal was offside.
Has to be.
Because one, the route where Rashford is running, the ball is played in towards it.
Exactly.
And if you rewatch the video, Akanji stopped.
Because
he knew that Rashford was offside.
If Rashford wasn't there, Akanji would have to get that ball.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why the referees might have played that on. I'm guessing, this is what I'm taking from the game. You see, the run that Cancelo made with Bruno, it gave intention that Bruno was the odd man out.
Yeah,
you see, if Cancelo had stopped and allowed Bruno to run in by himself, it would have deemed offside, like fully caught out. But it should have been deemed offside from the ball went to Rashford. But before that, me just want to say this. You see, before today, I heard United was dunce. But who dunce her? Rashford I roll with the thunder. That is it. Anyways, back to the football. As me I say, the Rashford goal, the Bruno goal, that should have been offside. No joke. No
that
questions.
completely changed the game.
No question
Only can't tell me say if that goal never score, there's no way Manchester United.
You were leading 1-0.
No.
And I'm telling you, if that goal did not score, there is no chance Manchester United
Would a draw 1-1.
Foolishness.
Would
I
a
don't
draw
believe that.
1-1.
I cannot agree with you on that because we were.
Agreed with me or Tabin?
The two, well, you, because
Madness.
I think it would have ended in a draw. I think it would have at least ended in a draw.
No.
Marshall, you weren't leading by 3 goals or 4 goals.
One goal.
One goal.
And
So all we needed
it was a lapse in the defense.
Nah, bro.
just 1 goal we didn't need.
Listen to me. That's that I'm saying. That 1 goal that was needed was a unscrupulous thieving goal. That's what I'm saying. How off, bro?
I'm not saying that we would have won the match, but I'm saying that we will probably draw the match.
Yeah, because remember, we had Garnacho to come on. Anthony came on. We still had subs on the bench to impact the game. Pep only made 1, but I'm thinking him lock it down. After that 1 goal, Pep totally relaxed. Ten Hag went on and still to make changes because he wasn't comfortable.
Because he wanted us to come back in the game.
Exactly.
He wanted Manchester United to come back in the game, so that's why he made those substitutions. You get me? So, moving on now. As Marshall spoke earlier, Haaland was basically non-existent. Today, he has now had 0 shots on target in 2 matches. Should Manchester City fans be worried, Tavin?
No, I don't think so. One, because as Marshall alluded to earlier about Bernardo Silva, today you even saw when Bernardo Silva drops and decides to start playing the game, KDB gets to step forward. But what happened, especially today, and I think he played in the Chelsea game. No, not
Bernardo.
No, not Chelsea game. The game as we came back from World Cup. The one that we came back from World Cup when Haaland scored. I don't remember who they played, but in that game you could have seen Haaland movement.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it was Pool. Yeah, in that game Haaland movement was not tracked. So if you realize when he plays against teams that decide to you're going to have that one person tracking Haaland, he's not going to get a lot out of the game. Because today Luke Shaw did well with that. And then Fred and KDB. So the channel between those two weren't really available for that much. So I don't think Haaland is going to go on a drought, as some people say. It's just a case where teams just catch Man City off guard, and United did that today because starting the game will look beautiful. That front 4 that was defending first, we'll close that down.
Away from Man U,
yeah, Fred had the middle.
Instrumental today,
Fred had the middle cup down, and then the movement when Haaland goes Varane fall and then Casemiro drops. So those little things in the game will change the game entirely. We totally would even remember Foden there play at one point.
Facts. Lost.
That's what I'm
Lost
saying.
in the game.
So
Lost in the
come
game.
on.
Those little things,
No.
it can stifle a striker when he's not getting service. So I don't worry Haaland. Still my captain FPL. Let's go.
So, for a striker who got service today as Marcus Rashford, we can't talk about Manchester United without talking about him. Do you think that, both of you, do you think that he can get 20 plus goals this season? Because Eric Ten Hag thinks that he can do it in the PL this season, and he has been on blistering form since the World Cup, at the World Cup and even after the World Cup.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think that he can get 20 plus goals this season?
In the Premier League or in our competition?
In the Premier League. Let's just keep it at that.
In the Prem.
How much is he on now?
20 plus in the Prem though.
I am not 100%. Let's check that. But you guys can go ahead.
20 plus in the Prem. That's I don't know. I mean, when Ten Hag came, he made a statement and said that Rashford is the guy. Rashford is going to be his main striker. So he's going to make Rashford in a machine, but he still needs service. With still the likes of Bruno, Eriksen. You saw the game today. Eriksen have to come off the field because he doesn't have the legs. So with the natural service around him, maybe if we can keep a consistency, but that's going to be hard.
I mean, you have only for games left still. If I in the Prem alone, probably like 19, 18, and see him around that. Because I don't, as good as he's playing now, I don't expect that form to continue straight throughout the season.
Realistically. Because you know all players depend on him.
But I mean, he's now Manu's main man. You know, so
that's
all
true.
balls will go through him.
Why?
Or to him, I should say.
He currently has 8 goals.
8
goals.
I
know,
No,
18 matches remaining.
No, I don't think 20.
Yeah, dog.
Probably high teens, but I don't think 20. 20 is a little far-fetched. Unless we're going to beat a team 9-0 and them score 7. That's it. That's the only way I see him going to catch up back 20.
We spoke earlier before the match, Tavin, about the formation, the expected starting 11 that he would start. There was no Alessandro today.
None.
And we thought that he would have went with Anthony at the Virgo, but he didn't. He went with Bruno Fernandes on the wing. So this question is for both of you. Does what Ten Hag implemented today show how much of a quality manager he is as in to take the side from, it's what, 108 days since we played Manchester City, since they played Manchester City.
Yeah, I think that was that.
And that match ended 6-3. Now, to come home to Old Trafford, that match ending 2-1, and just the overall gameplay was different compared to how they started. And it's not just a Ronaldo effect of him being gone. So, for both of you, starting with you, Michelle, how does this speak about Ten Hag as a manager and the winning mentality that he has implemented in Manchester United?
I mean, he's a good manager. Yo, I'm vexed now. Can't talk seriously, bro. I'm too vexed. But I mean, Ten Hag is a good manager. I mean, he did say it in the press conference that he's saying that the Klopp and Pep era is now coming to an end.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that was
he's
a very bold
himself.
statement.
Yeah,
that was a very bold
he's
statement.
proven himself. You know, his recent wins have been amazing. You know, the man beat Liverpool, beat City. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think he's doing an exceptional job.
Yeah,
right now.
for real. For real. And just to touch on the point that he also stated, it's not about getting players, it's getting the right players. So even when your captain Bruno come out and say the team before was playing like individuals and now we're actually playing like a team. So with those little statements, it clearly states that the dressing room is changing. And when your dressing room change in a positive side, it really affects the team play.
He has honestly come in and changed the whole culture of the club, not only the players, but of the club and how they go about certain things. So I want to ask this question, and this is the last question for this video. Worst case scenario, City don't win the league and they don't win Champions League. Will Pep get the sack? Marshall?
No, Pep.
City owners them too soft for sack Pep, bro.
Yeah. So would you want him to get the sack if they don't win those 2 titles?
Why?
They must say you've been winning the Premier League consistently outside of the year where Liverpool
Pep,
won.
Even without Pep, we are winning Premier League. A Champions League, more want. That's why I'm vexed today. But a Champions League, me want.
So if
I lose the league.
But you want Champions League this
Champions
season.
League.
So say my cut up when you drop out the Champions League.
Even worse, I probably see me curl upstairs. So like, anyway.
Well, that's it for this video. We thank you guys for staying long enough. If you are At the end of this video, yeah.
Deception of those referees, bro. Bro, them referee this.
Referees. It's been happening from World Cup. Play the
Hopefully
game.
by the
win
next
it.
video, Marshall is over.
Yeah.
The loss.
I have to say one
Okay.
thing.
Oh,
Win the game.
win the league.
Win the game. Alright.
Well, we thank you for joining us for another episode of Football Roundup. We are grateful to have you. Thank you for being here thus far. Continue to subscribe, like, share the videos. Follow us on all our platforms. We're on YouTube, of course. We're on Instagram, and we are also on Twitter. Big up on yourself and have a wonderful rest of the day. More content to come.
Bob.